Imagine driving a sports car at record speeds, only to hit a sudden storm and slam on the brakes. That is the Dow Jones right now. Weeks ago, it crossed a euphoric 50,000 points. Today, an 800-point plunge has dragged it back to 47,500. Why the whiplash? We are in a perfect storm of global conflict and macroeconomic anxiety. Escalating Middle East tensions have sent crude oil exploding past $85 a barrel. This toxic spike squeezes corporate profits and empties consumer wallets. Adding to the panic, recent data shows the economic engine sputtering with unexpected job losses. This brings us to the climax. The Federal Reserve. Wall Street desperately wanted interest rate cuts by summer 2026. However, surging oil threatens to bring inflation roaring back. If inflation spikes, the Fed is trapped, delaying rate cuts and keeping the war long. How do you navigate this? First, remember volatility is normal. The Dow has survived this. Second, rotate to defensive sectors like healthcare and consumer staples. Third, do not count tech out. It often rebounds first. The market does not go up in a straight line. Ultimately, history favors the patient investor who buys the dip. When the Dow drops, the instinct is to rise. Here is how to navigate this exactly. First, volatility is a feature. Drops of 1%, 2% are temporary or entirely normal. The Dow has survived second, sector rotation is key. Defensive sectors become the best friends. You will always find this. This has become the sector. Third, do not count tech out. If supply chain fails, tech is usually the first to be influenced. The drop from 50,000 down to 47,500 reminds us the market is not moving in a straight line. The coming weeks will be dictated by oil barrels and inflation. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Trendy Generalist. The internet moves fast, and keeping up with what actually matters is a full-time job. That is where I come in. On this channel, we are your cheat code to everything trending right now. Whether we are breaking down the latest AI side hustles, unpacking the global economy, exploring new wellness and lifestyle hacks, or just talking about what is breaking the internet today, we filter out the noise and give you the facts. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's get right into today's video. Forget the Illuminati, forget the World Economic Forum. If you want to know who actually runs the world, you need to look at a single office in Hudson Yards. $14 trillion. That is the amount of wealth sitting on the balance sheet of BlackRock. That's not just a number, it's a weapon. It's more than the entire GDP of Japan, Germany, and India. Combined today, we are tearing down the veil. The dark origins, the algorithm that watches you, and the $68 trillion plan to own the very ground you walk on. The past, the $90 million nightmare. In 1986, Larry Fink was the king of Wall Street, until he wasn't. In one single quarter, he lost $90 million. He was fired, humiliated. But instead of quitting, he got obsessed. He realized the world was trading blind. So he built Aladdin. It's not an app, it's a digital brain that tracks every volcano eruption, every interest rate hike, and every political coup. BlackRock. They recently bought Global Infrastructure Partners. They aren't just investing in the future, they are building the physical hardware of it. They are moving beyond the stock market. They want to own the pipes, the wires, and the chips. The verdict, the BlackRock dilemma: we are entering the era of the super institution. Larry Fink once said, investing is an act of hope. I say in 2026, investing is an act of survival. If one algorithm, Aladdin, crashes, the entire global economy goes down. They are the world's landlord. They are the world's banker. And now, they are the power couple. The $14 trillion ghost isn't hiding anymore. It's running the show. The only question left is, are you an investor or are you just the tenant? Thank you for watching Trendy Generalist. Stay safe, stay informed, and I will see you in the next update.